Manchester City somehow manages to withhold all the pressure. Everything that Leeds put towards them in that second half, especially the last 10, 15, 20 minutes, all the crosses, all the chances, all the balls over the top, all the switches, so much pressure was put towards that back line, Donnarumma, but Man City survived. They somehow survived. Massive 1-0 win. Character. I'll come into it in terms of what we saw in the first half, what we saw in the second half, some of the player performances, players that stood out, players that didn't stand out, and players that came off the bench and provided nothing. And just talk overall about the game. Before we talk about the game itself, make sure you all like the video right now. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Hype as well. Just comment your own thoughts. Man City knew, especially today, without the surprise news that came before the game, which I think no one expected. Erling Haaland was out with an injury. I don't know how serious the injury is. Of course, I want to know because it might have an impact towards Real Madrid. You know what I mean? We get to play them in the next few weeks, but Haaland was out from the complete out of the 11, not even on the bench. And that was a surprise. So Man City played with Semenyo and Omar Marmoush as two strikers, two rotating, dropping deep if they need to, but just staying, but keeping their position right there to make it difficult for the back line of Leeds. And the first half was very much. It started with pressure from Leeds. Leeds put about the first 15, 20 minutes. There was a lot of pressure. And balls over the top. Ruben Diaz got caught a couple of times in the first 25, 30 minutes just how slow he was. I was quite surprised he started on Kusanov because Kusanov can handle the speed of course, Aronson and Alistach. But the first 20 minutes was all pretty much Leeds. But then Man City understood, all right, cool. Let's just keep the ball. They had that little momentum. They had the crowd got involved. But after that, Man City just controlled the whole game. They were very patient. They were very cautious. There was only one moment which Leeds managed to get in transition, and that was the Aronson chance, which Donnarumma made a very, very good save. But other than that, within the first, pretty much between the 20th minute towards the end of the first half, it was all Man City. They kept the ball, they were moving the ball. Some of it was just slow build up. Some of it was just no urgency. Ryan Cherky was going from one side to another. Bernardo Silva was going from one side to another. Aït-Nouri was on the left. So they were trying to pick the moment. Of course, without Haaland, it's difficult just to cross the